Hello and welcome to Instablogs Global Report. This is Sukhmani with fresh updates and more citizen voices from all over the world. Stories for the day are: Israel to release 250 Palestinian prisoners. Barack Obama war policy promises peace and stability for Pak-afghan region. Mexican army to slowly withdraw its fight against drug cartels. And Jordanian television drama wins the Emmy Award. In an attempt to honor the promise made with Palestinian Prime Minister Mahmoud Abbas, Israel has decided to release 250 Palestinian prisoners as goodwill gesture. CJ Azam Ahmed is worried over the fate of abducted Palestinian Legislative Council members following the kidnapping of Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit.
This is Azam, citizen journalist, reporting from Palestine for Instablogs. New released report of Haaretz, one of the top 3 Israeli widely distributed newspapers, talked about an expectation of releasing Palestinian prisoners away from any expected deal that linked to Shalit release, the Israeli soldier who had been kidnapped by Hamas in Gaza 2 years ago. Buried in a report on the Sunday decision to release 250 Palestinian prisoners was information concerning the fate of dozens of members of Palestinian Legislative Council, PLC, adopted from Ramallah shortly after the kidnapping of Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit.
US President-elect Barack Obama's war policy to bring peace and stability in the Pak-afghan region has raised valid skepticism in the minds of ordinary Pakistanis. According to CJ Karim Khan, Barack Obama should come up with a peace plan for the region.
Karim Khan, citizen journalist on Instablogs from Pakistan. There is general skepticism over Mr. Obama's war policy as something effective in bringing peace and stability in the Pak-afghan region. The Pakhtoon communities residing in Pakistan and the Pakistani people in general are also concerned about the safe return of Afghan refugees to their homeland. If President Obama reinforces America's military presence in Afghanistan, not only will these refugees lose hope of getting back to their homeland in peace, but more war-torn Afghanis will arrive in Pakistan to seek shelter. An overburdened economy and poor law and order situation will aggravate, making life harder for all people in both countries. Pakhtoon communities in both countries therefore expect Mr. Obama to revise his war policy and come up with a peace plan for the region.
The Mexican government in its human rights report to the United Nations has promised to pull back its army from the fight against drug trafficking. CJ Oscar Estrada says that the decision was taken after the Mexican Human Rights Commission accused the army of rape, torture and unlawful killings.
This is Oscar Villanueva, citizen journalist reporting from Mexico. President Calderon recently promised in a human rights progress report to the United Nations that the Mexican army will gradually be pulled from the fight against drug trafficking and money laundering, but will not give specifics on when or how. Many have criticized Calderon for deploying more than 30,000 soldiers across Mexico. The nation's Human Rights Commission says some of them have tortured, raped, and even killed civilians. Authorities argue the use of soldiers is imperative to the nationwide crackdown on drug trade because police are still too corrupt and ill-equipped to take over the battle.
Jordanian drama series Al-Ejitiya, tackling sensitive case of different love stories during the Israeli 2002 invasion of the Jenin camp in the West Bank, has become the first Arab production to win an Emmy Award. According to CJ Wad Abu Zurek, it required courage and bold sense of venture on the part of Arab production house to televise the series.
This is Wad Abu Zurek reporting for the Instablogs from Jordan. For the first time in the history of Jordanian drama, the Jordanian television series Al-Ejitiya won an Emmy Award last week to be the first Arab production to win this prestigious award. Al-Ejitiya, meaning the invasion, tackled different love stories during the year 2002, at the same period of time when the Israeli army invaded Jenin camp in the West Bank. The series was considered a controversial one that most Arab channels refused to broadcast because the main love story was between a Palestinian freedom fighter and a Jewish girl. The production was shot on a Syrian location with Jordanian, Syrian and Palestinian actors. The series was selected from among 40 nominees of 16 countries competing for 10 international Emmy categories.
If you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be your choice. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's all for today's show. We'll be back with fresh updates and more citizen voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.